Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This is Eric from Tech. I know it's been a while since my last video guys. Real life caught up to me, but I'll try to make it up to you with this unboxing video right here. So in front of me I've got the Galaxy Z Fold 2 waiting for me to unbox it. So let's get right to it guys. So as I mentioned, this is the Galaxy Z Fold 2, and as you can tell from the color, this is the Mystic Bronze color. Looking at the key specs on the box, this is the Samsung F916B, F for probably for fold or foldable, and this is the 12256 version. So how do I open up this thing? I think you slide it. Oh cool. Slide it out, and I think I have it upside down. Oh, okay, there you go. Looks like a butterfly, and guess it opens up this way. Kind of reminds me of the Asus ROG laptops and Asus ROG phones. They kind of have a different way of unboxing, and it's pretty cool that Samsung came up with this kind of box for the Fold 2. So when you open it up, you're greeted with the change the shape of the future and introducing the Galaxy Z Fold 2 5G and blah 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 blah. Let's set that aside. And you've got the usual Samsung box here. Let's see what's inside here. Open it. Let's open it in the right way. Hang on, guys. Okay, you've got quick start guide, warranty card, and you guessed it, nothing else inside. Oh, you've got the SIM ejector tool, and of course no case. Kind of disappointed that for the price that you're paying for the phone you don't get a free case. The Galaxy Z Flip actually had the case in the box, so you don't have to go without a case once you unbox the phone. Okay, there's the phone guys. Oops. Don't press on the screen or the front camera lens with a hard or sharp object. That includes your fingernail. When folding the device, make sure there are no objects such as cards, coins, blah blah blah. Device is not dust or waterproof, didn't expect it to be, and don't remove the screen protector film that's already pre-installed. The device contains some magnets, so when you open and close it, so keep it away from objects that might be affected by those magnets, such as credit cards and medical devices. Let's see what else is in the box. Let me put this aside for now. Okay, and you're greeted with the Galaxy Z Premier service. And it has a 1-year Samsung Care Plus protection, so that's pretty good to have. You don't have to pay extra for it. It comes straight out of the box. And nothing written in the back. And you've got Samsung's 25-watt fast charger, the USB-C to USB-C cable. It's a bit of a step down from last year's Fold. The Galaxy Z Fold of last year actually had Galaxy Buds in the box, and this one it only comes with an 8kg set of earphones, and these are USB-C type, so that means there is no headphone jack on this phone. Okay, let me check if there's anything else in here. Nothing else guys, so that's it. And you put that back, there you go. Anything else under there? Nope. It's supposed to be, it's sticky, so I guess this part is not supposed to come off. Let me put it back. Okay, let's put this back. Okay, let's close that up and let's get to the phone. So I guess to open it up is okay, peel it off. Peel it, and it's off guys. Because of how much the phone costs, I'm really nervous when handling it, but from what I've heard, this phone is pretty sturdy when compared to last year's model. So let's do the first fold guys. Very satisfying. So unlike last year's Galaxy Z Fold, this one you can keep the phone at different angles, so it stays that way. So it's very similar to the system that they've got on the Galaxy Z Flip, where you can keep it at different angles. And this is the Mystic Bronze version guys. I really like the matte feel Let me know in the comment section down below which color variant that you prefer, but I really like the Mystic Bronze that Samsung has released for the flagship phones of this year. As you all know, I also got the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra 5G in the Mystic Bronze, and I've got the LED view cover on it. I've been pretty happy with it because it goes with the color, and just straight up looking at it, you know it came from the same family. So this is the Note 20 Ultra 5G, and you've got the Galaxy Z Fold 2. You can tell that the Note 20 Ultra is a lot taller than the Fold 2, and of course it's going to be wider. When it's not opened up, it's going to be a lot thinner. So let's turn on the phone. So similar to the Galaxy Z Flip, you've got the power button which doubles as the fingerprint sensor or the fingerprint scanner. So let's turn that on. There you go. Looking at the front, it seems to come with a pre-installed screen protector, but of course this is just a film protector. Better than nothing, so you don't have to worry about it getting scratched. But this year's model comes with Corning Gorilla Glass Victus, which is the same that came with the Note 20 Ultra, so you know it's going to be a lot tougher than last year's Corning Gorilla Glass. Let me go ahead and set up the phone real quick here, guys. You're greeted with the same warning labels that you get on this one, the care instruction. So it's basically a carbon copy of this one. Don't need to read that again. And there it is, guys. Pretty cool. So let's start off the discussion with the display. So this is a foldable dynamic AMOLED screen from Samsung. It is HDR10 Plus certified, and good thing here is even though it's a folding display, it has 120Hz refresh rate. So let me see if I can enable that right now. Oops, went to wallpaper. Let's go to display, motion smoothness. Out of the box, it comes with the adaptive or the 120Hz setting. So if you want to dial it down to 60Hz or the standard, you can go ahead and do so. Looking through the settings on the display, you might notice that there isn't a way to change the resolution. So you're stuck with whatever resolution Samsung has set. So let's try to go to the phone mode. Seems a bit cramped, guys, because it's very thin. I'm not used to a phone that has such a thin and tall display. Let's go to display settings. There's still no option to change the resolution. Bad news, guys, the motion smoothness or the 120Hz is only supported in the main screen. So if you're using the front display, you're stuck with 60Hz. You want to make use of 120? Open it up. So let's continue on with the display. So it's a 7.6 inch dynamic AMOLED, and it has an 88.6 screen to body ratio with a resolution of 1768 by 2208, and it has a 373 pixels per inch or PPI. The front display, on the other hand, is only 6.23 inch. It's also Super AMOLED, but it has a weird resolution of 816 by 2260. And as I mentioned before, it comes with Corning Gorilla Glass Victus, so it's going to take drops and scratches a lot better than last year's model. Let's discuss the build and design for now. So if you've seen the Fold 1, it's going to be similar to the Fold 2, except you've got this huge camera bump. Let me remove the case from the Note 20 Ultra 5G so we can compare how large that camera bump is. So comparing camera bumps, the Note 20 Ultra 5G is still a lot thicker. This one is a little bit thinner, but it's still pronounced. So if you put it on a flat surface without a case, it's going to wobble a bit. Of course, on the side, you've got the Samsung logo. I know Samsung is allowing customers to customize the center or the bezel with different colors. They have to wait a couple of weeks before Samsung gets to do that for them. So they're going to get their phones a little bit later than those who chose the default options. So looking at it folded, there's still a bit of a gap in the middle. I guess it's so that if there's any dust or any debris in the middle, it's not going to automatically scratch your screen. On the right side, you've got the SIM tray here, the power button, and you've got the volume rockers here, the volume down and the volume up. And at the side, it has a bit of design here. Kind of like it. Kind of accentuates the color of the back. So it's like melting into the back. So let's open up the SIM real quick here, guys. Okay. So I know that this phone is a dual SIM version, but you can only use a single physical SIM, and the other SIM is an eSIM. So it depends on where in the world you are. Your provider might not have the option to use an eSIM just yet. So in my case, I'll be putting a physical SIM in it. There you go. Let's talk about the OS next. So The Galaxy Z Fold 2 comes with Android 10 out of the box, and let's see the software information over here, and it comes with One UI 2.5. The Z Fold 2 also has a Snapdragon 865 Plus, which is something that I really appreciate because on my Galaxy Note 20 Ultra, I'm stuck with the Exynos 990. Because I'm in an area where only the Exynos version is available. If you live in the US or in areas where the Snapdragon version is the default option, then you're in luck. But for me, I have to settle with the clearly inferior Exynos 990. Though from day-to-day use, I feel that this version of the Exynos 990 is a bit more optimized than the one that came with the S20 Ultra 5G because it doesn't get as hot and the battery life is pretty good for me so far. So as you guys saw on the Z Fold 2, it only comes with a single SIM. So that means you can't put a micro SD card on this one, so you're stuck with whatever option that you got. So in my case, I have the 256 gig version. 256 is still pretty big and you're gonna have a hard time filling that up unless you play a lot of storage heavy games. Okay, talking about the cameras next. So at the back, you've got a triple camera setup. You've got a 12 megapixel wide or main camera. You've got a 12 megapixel telephoto and a 12 megapixel ultra wide. As for the selfie camera, on the other hand, you've got a 10 megapixel on the main cover or on the front, and if you open it up, you've also got a 10 megapixel camera. The battery on this phone is 4500 mAh and it supports fast charging up to 25 watts, fast wireless charging up to 11 watts, and it has reverse wireless charging at up to 4.5 watts. So let's see if I can turn that on. Wireless power share. Let's put it back. And let's see if my Z Flip will charge. Will it? Will it? Alright, there you go. 4.5 watts is not very fast, but in my opinion, I think it's more suited for charging your Galaxy Watch or your Galaxy Buds. As for color options, as I mentioned, this is the Mystic Bronze. It also comes in the Mystic Black option, and of course, you've got the Tom Brown edition. Since the phone rocks a Snapdragon 865 Plus, I was really curious to put it through its paces and run the Antutu Benchmark, which I've got installed right here. So let's go ahead and run it. Alright, so there's the score, guys. Very impressive. Since this is the Snapdragon 865 Plus, it almost hit 600k. So if you compare that with the two other Samsung flagships, the Note 20 Ultra with the Exynos 990, it comes at 530,548, and as well as the S20 Ultra with the same chipset, Exynos 990, it only hit a maximum of 530,284. So these two are the highest scores I've got for these two phones. Not even close to the score that you're gonna get on the Galaxy Z Fold 2, 595,615. But of course, this is the Snapdragon version. If you can get your hands on the Snapdragon version of the Note 20 Ultra or the Snapdragon version of the S20 Ultra, you're gonna get comparable scores. Now, looking at the temperature, you can see that it only hit a max of 36.8, so it did pretty well on the cooling part. It didn't even get that hot. Now, if I look at the S20 Ultra here, it hit 37.8. And let's open up the Note 20 Ultra here real quick. What was the temperature I recorded here? It hit a pretty toasty 39.7. I'm not sure if you can see it clearly, guys. There it goes. So that's the temps that you're getting when I run a benchmark on this phone. The Snapdragon is more than 3 degrees Celsius cooler. So before we wrap up, no unboxing of mine will be complete without my usual speaker test. So let's load up YouTube real quick. So let's play it real quick, guys. I'll be honest with you guys, I really like the sound on this phone. It's actually got a stereo setup, so you've got one speaker here on the right and one speaker here on the left. I know that front-firing speakers like the one that you get on the gaming phones such as the Rogue 3, the Black Shark 3 Pro, and the Red Magic 5G will sound a bit better because it's firing up towards you, but this is firing to the side. But of course, with the kind of setup that you've got or with the build of the phone, you can't really have it on the top because of the thin bezels. So there you have it, guys. I'd like to hear your thoughts whether this phone is actually worth getting if you already have the Galaxy Z Fold 1 or if you even have the Galaxy Z Flip. But in my opinion, these two phones serve different purposes. This phone makes it easier to put in the pocket, while this phone makes it easier to watch movies or for media consumption. So there you go, guys. Those are my initial thoughts and my quick unboxing on the phone. Let me know which phone that you want me to review next or to unbox next. But until then, we'll end this quick video here, guys. As usual, like and subscribe, hit that bell icon notification, and see you all in my next one.